Hello there. So, these past few days we have been experiencing a full moon, and it seems that the new trend now is that the full moon brings us some shadow work opportunities for us to work in something. And lately for me, there's been. Oops, sorry. And lately for me, there's been a certain theme that has been popping up, and which is holding back. Holding back in what sense? That, at least for me, it has been related to authenticity too. Because as you can see from the videos I do and from the ones I haven't done yet, I have like a big stack of topics ready to be taped. Uh, People in modern society don't get that, mostly, at least according to my perception. And because I have that belief translates into my own reality, which means that the people around me won't really understand where I'm coming from. Perhaps you do. If you watch previous videos of mine, perhaps it resonates with you, but for most people it won't. There are many topics I've been studying and that people tend to run away from. Shadow work is one example. People tend to be in denial or just do other stuff just to avoid facing their own shadow, which is the complete opposite of what the world needs right now because there are so many dysfunctions in this world and we all have dysfunctions in our own ways and we need to heal them, and that's where shadow work enters the shot. So if you want to achieve balance in your life, if you want to lead by example and show the world the way to go, you need to do shadow work. And for this specific context, as I was saying, holding back, it's tied hand to end to authenticity. Why? Because if you hold back, you may not be authentic with when others are around, because if you express the fullest version of yourself, won't get you. Others will not understand where you are coming from, most likely. If you are like a person who is into other things that most society isn't, it may be hard for them. And I get that. It's fine. And sometimes, because people don't resonate with you, you may even be able, due to the fact that you are coming from a different place, you may actually threat their ego because you are threatening their comfort zone, and that's what the ego does. The ego keeps the person in their comfort zone, and therefore, if someone tries to push them away, their ego will make them fight back, and you will get some unpleasant moments with some people. That can happen, and that has happened to me. And perhaps I believe that such behaviors from others, that's where it stems from, the hold back thing. Not only, but also because perhaps there's also some people pleasing associated with that, because you want to be helpful, but because you are coming from a different place from others, sometimes you may have to turn it down so that others may understand you. But is that the best approach? Perhaps there's a better approach. You can voice your opinion in the comment section. But I had this discussion with a very intelligent individual uh, about this, because he notices that in my specific case, there's a tendency to hold back. Now, let's see if I can remember what I was talking about with him for that specific trigger to pop up. For him to tell me that I shouldn't hold back. It was about life. What is life? You can see life as, hey, look at me. This is life. Other animals, life. Plants are life. Minerals, are they life? I say yes. Maybe some people won't consider them life. And pretty much everyone will stop right there. That life is basically minerals, plants, and animals. Animals including humans, of course. Humans are animals after all. But how about spirits? A form of life that is purely energy. That can be considered as life. Do you consider that as life? We are not our body, we are not our minds. So I'm pretty sure that energy can be life and is life. And that's exactly where that holding back came from, because I was replying in a way to turn it down. I think I was talking in a group chat where only the two of us were talking basically. So I was replying in a way that people in general could understand. I wasn't being the fullest expression of my beliefs. I was nerfing myself, and that's a shadow. It's a shadow because of the consequences I went through when I expressed stuff that will take people off their comfort zone. And that's fine. It's a pattern to heal. And for healing to occur, you need awareness. And in this video, I'm processing my shadow. I'm telling you the process I'm going through right now, and that perhaps you are going through as well. So you must trust and rise above all that, because you aren't here to turn yourself down. No, 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 no. You are here to be unique and to express that uniqueness. And of course, you don't want to get in trouble by unleashing all within your heart to the wrong individuals, because you must know how to read the room. There are individuals who are quite mean, and you don't want any trouble with them. But if you read the room properly, you can talk, you can say whatever you want, and even if the person dismisses what you say or whatever, you can always fall back and give like an analogy. I love analogies. For me, they work really, really well. I can perhaps use that for many things that people tend to believe that it's not true, or that they don't see the power within them. But perhaps, according to my perception, there may be some things that will be easier for that to be done than others. But it's a way to go. People want to link certain things they can't understand to practical stuff, to things that are in their comfort zone. So perhaps you can take the uncomfort zone for them and adapt that so that it feels somewhat like their comfort zone. Well, it's not. It's a way. And like yesterday or 2 days ago at work, I noticed a really interesting thing. because I deal with contracts, like written contracts, making them and going through their most of their process. Uh, Sometimes the boss writes some things there, like asks questions because the money is coming from him after all, and he asks questions, and then his handwriting. Oh my, I can't understand what's there, but he doesn't care. He just writes the way he learned how to write. He's being authentic. He's not holding back. He's doing exactly the way he believes he should do. He's being himself. He's writing those weird handwriting, which barely no one understands, and yeah, he's not caring about how others perceive his handwriting, and that made me a click because when I write something there for because sometimes I need to leave notes because the contract won't stay there with me, it will go somewhere, and I need to write what will happen to that contract for others to follow up with the process. I write there in the in a separate sheet, and I noticed, man, I write computer letters so that people can understand better my handwriting because I've been told before that my handwriting wasn't exactly perceivable, even though I disagree, but whatever. So I started turning down. I started not writing as myself, and that was a turning point because even in that subtle detail, I was holding back. And if you hold back in such little detail, how can you not hold back in major things in life? It's not good. You must start and you must look at the details and realize that as above, so below. Smaller scale, larger scale. And if you want a really authentic life, a life that doesn't hold back, where you get everything you need and you want, where you want abundance in all levels and layers, you need to be yourself and never hold back. Maybe just a little bit in some very, very tiny niche situations. Like I said earlier, you don't want to rub the wrong feathers. But hey, even in handwriting, wow, who'd have thought? Such details hidden in plain sight for so long. And after I realized that, I changed that approach I was doing because I no longer wanted to adjust according to others' perception. I decided to use my standard handwriting. It's been a while since using that handwriting, but I did that, and it was a step forward. So now think about it. In which areas of life are you holding back? Why are you holding back? What is the consequence that not holding back will bring to your life? Have you thought about that? Think about it. Reflect about it. Shadow work. This is your chance to do the shadow work. So do it. And perhaps just try to pick a moment where you don't hold back and you become that unique version of the self that you came here to be. Because do realize this. Let's look at the numbers. Oh, the analogies. Let's see, for example, there are like literally billions of of forms of life in the multiverse and beyond, whatever. So each number, 0 to whatever infinite means for you, every single number is a form of life. Let's assume that. So if everyone holds back, it's as if they were subtracting a bit of themselves. It's as if they were being a shadow of the self. They are not being that unique number they are. They are being some other number. Subtraction. They are being less than what they are. And what does it mean to be less than they are? If let's say this side is a 0, the tip of my finger is 0. We are measuring 0 here, and in this other finger is infinite and beyond. So if you are subtracting, then you are not here. Let's say that this is 1,000,000,004, whatever. You're subtracting or being like 1,000,001. So that means you are being the same as another number. You are not being yourself. And if everyone was holding back, that uniqueness, that global uniqueness, would be much smaller. Which means most people would be the same, would be close to being the same. And you are not to be the same to anyone else. You are here to be you. You. Do you know how it feels to be you? Are you being you? Are you following someone's trend? It's alright to follow trends if they resonate with you, but why are you following them? Are you trying to be someone else? Identity crisis? Have you not found yourself? Those are questions to think about, and when you answer them, you'll know what to do and what to be. And you know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can't go to a destination if you don't know where you are starting, if you are rejecting your starting point, if you believe you aren't where you are. Therefore, accept where you are, and if you don't know where you are, find it. Find it, and the X marks the spot. Mark your spot so that you can start in that spot and go wherever you want, because there's no limits for what you can do. Challenge the impossible and win, because there's nothing that gives me more pleasure personally than doing that. I like doing that. Feel the words, feel the power, believe them, and be them. See ya. Thank you for watching.